Okay, here we go. 5 move abroad challenges and how to actually overcome these challenges. So I'm still trying to adjust to going live on multiple platforms. I'm trying to adjust to looking at 3 different screens, seeing myself from 3 different angles. But hello, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. Hello, IG. Hello, all of y'all. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be walking through 5 move abroad challenges. And I'm air quoting challenges because really, these challenges for y'all, okay? These challenges are based on the questions that you guys ask me the most often. These challenges are based on things that I hear the most, a lot of those sexy excuses for why we have not left the US, if that's something that we actually want to do. So yeah, we're gonna oh shit. My bad. We're gonna get into it. It's the thing about being on live. Like, if this were recorded, I would cut it. But I'm like, y'all just got to get this cough today. But hello, everybody, and welcome, welcome. I'll also try to answer as many questions as I can in the comments. So feel free to drop any questions you have about moving abroad, living abroad. But for starters, welcome, y'all who are in here. Can we say hey? Can we get a hey in the chat? Where y'all joining in from? Drop a number 1 if you are brand new here. Can y'all hear me okay? Because why TikTok talking about a choppy video? Question mark. Is my video choppy? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Why? Because I'm streaming from multiple devices. Wi-Fi, you better catch up, okay? But anyway, who is new here? Drop a number 1 for me in the comments. Please go ahead and double tap. Please be sure that you, SJ Royal, welcome. Please make sure that you also like and share the live. I really appreciate it. If you could double tap. Birds is new here. Welcome. Drop a number 1 if you're new. Drop a number 2 if you've been here. Drop a number 2 if you've been rocking with me. Arteriers wish. I don't know if I said that right, but welcome. Syracuse in the house. Okay, New York. We got some East Coast in the house. I'm from North Carolina, so I'm always repping that East Coast as well. But I mean, who am I to talk? I don't even live in the US anymore. But so obviously everybody is welcome. Thank y'all so much for the heart. So a little bit about me. My name is Bianca, in case you guys have never met me before. My name is Bianca, and me and my husband, okay, Birds came in and was like, Arizona here, all caps. I'm here for it. Birds was like, first of all, West Coast actually is in the house. Period. Okay. You better rep for Arizona. I'm here for it. That just made me laugh. I be talking shit because I feel like I mostly be having people from the East Coast on my lives, and I'd be like, "We're West Coast," and I'm like, "Y'all sleep? Y'all still sleep? Y'all already went to bed?" I just be messing with y'all. I love the West Coast. So, anywho, thank y'all for joining. My name is Bianca. Me and my husband left the United States to live abroad last year as digital nomads. So we left February 4th, 2024. We got on a one-way flight to Brazil. Okay. And woo, baby, that was a long flight, but that's another conversation. So we left the United States last year to live abroad as digital nomads. And since February of last year, we have traveled to 10 different countries. So because we are digital nomads, what that means is that we are nomadic, right? So think about like a nomad, like a nomad is someone who doesn't have an official home, right? A nomad is somebody who moves around from place to place. So when you're thinking about a digital nomad, that means that we basically work while we travel. So we can work from anywhere. Like our income is not dependent on one specific location. So we are digital nomads because I get the question all day, every day, where do you live? Where'd you move to? And I tell people all the time, we move around. So since February of last year, whenever we first left the US to live abroad, hello, everybody, welcome. Since last year, when we left the US to live abroad, we have traveled to 10 different countries. Since February of last year, we have traveled to Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia. I'm currently in Mexico. So we've been around the block. Okay. And, there's a lot of reasons that we chose to live abroad. A lot of reasons we chose to leave the United States. And, I'm going to be honest with y'all, like living abroad is not for everybody. We're going to talk about that a little bit later when we get into the challenges, but living abroad is not for everybody. Okay. Hold on. That just made me want to take a note. Okay, yeah. Living abroad is not for everybody, and that's fine. Living abroad is not supposed to be for everybody. I do not have children, but I get that question a lot as well. I personally do not have children, but y'all, people move abroad with kids all the time. Like when we first got here in Merida, Mexico, we actually coincidentally were in an apartment with a woman who moved here with her daughter. So people do move abroad with children all the time. So please don't think that just because you have kids or just because you have pets or just because, insert some other scenario that you cannot live abroad, because where there is a will, there is a way. Okay. So keep dropping those number ones for me, by the way. If you're new here, if you've never joined any of my lives before, drop a number one in the comments. If you have joined me before, drop a number two. Welcome and welcome back, whoever. We're not leaving nobody out. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I feel like I'm moving to Merida next year. Let's get it. I'm in Merida right now. Anastasia, why you dropping number one? You've been in here before. Weren't you in here yesterday? No. I think you were in here whenever I was doing my twist. Anastasia, welcome back. Where's Yvette now? Welcome, Jay. Welcome. Yeah, I called you out. Jay, welcome back. Big Y79, welcome. Good Cat, welcome back. Moving to China. Let's get it. Yeah, you were in here before. I remember your name and your photo. Some of y'all be tripping me out whenever y'all change when you change your profile photo. I don't know who you are anymore. Like I cannot. Like it's done for me. All I see is like a tiny name and a tiny little circle, and like my brain like memorizes the visuals. So some of y'all would change your profile photo and y'all be like, Bianca, you forgot about me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. It's just, listen. I want to move to Japan. I'm here for it. Japan is dope, a very cool place, very safe. The people are super nice. It's very clean. Not my place personally for living, but I did visit there last year and it was definitely a cool vibe. Okay, so my train of thought gone. What a surprise. So, I was just talking about the place. I was just talking about kind of like a little bit about our journey. So yeah, we left the US last year to live abroad as digital nomads. We've been traveling around. There are a lot of different ways that you can live abroad. It's not just like a one-way street, right? There's so many different ways that you can live abroad. So me and my husband, as of right now, thank y'all for the hearts. Me and my husband, we choose to move around, right? We choose to travel to different places. There are people who choose to just pick up all their stuff, go move to one spot and stay there. There are people I did an interview with a nurse right here in Merida, Mexico. It's actually going up on my YouTube channel tonight. I did a full interview with a nurse who she's a travel nurse. So like she'll take like a contract, somewhere, wherever it is. And then like she'll take months off. And then while she's off, she'll live here in Merida, Mexico. Like y'all, there's so many different ways to live abroad and move abroad. I tell people all the time, one of the most underrated things in terms of travel and living abroad is flexibility. Like we get into our heads. I love Mexico too, SJ. We get in our heads and we're like, oh my God, this is going to be like this, or I can't do this because of this. And what I'm telling y'all is if you are willing to be flexible, if you're willing to be adaptable, y'all, you cannot be stopped. Okay. You cannot be stopped really in anything you do if you really want to take it there. I know right now we're talking about moving abroad, and when you're willing to get out of your own head, whenever you're willing to get out of your comfort zone, whenever you're willing to just when you're willing to allow the universe to just drop blessings and opportunities on your head that you had no idea were even possible, you would be surprised what can happen. But that involves a lot of mental work. But let me relax because I got to get into the challenges. Okay. Lived in Japan a long time ago, should have stayed. Very clean and nice. You said you should have stayed. I was thinking about Panama. Panama is a really popular place for living abroad. There's actually a girl, her name is Jen the Traveler. I think it's Jen with 2 N's. Thank you so much, Sonia, for the rose. It's Jen with 2 N's, Jen the Traveler, and she's on here and she's also on IG. I'm not sure if she's on YouTube, but she lives in Panama and she specifically helps people move to Panama. So I definitely recommend following her. I hate whenever I put things too far away from me. Oh well, because I just got hot. I'm like, I want to turn this fan on. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the challenges. I was on here yesterday going live and I didn't really get to anything I thought I was going to get to because I was just too busy just like essentially preaching. So I'm really going to try to stay on task today. Okay, y'all hold me accountable, please. And please keep up the hearts. Please continue to like and share. I really appreciate it. So first, let me just get a quick read on the room. Read on the room. I'm assuming everybody in here is someone interested in moving abroad. So drop a number 1 in the comments if you want to move abroad in 2025, and drop a number 2 in the comments if you want to move abroad, but you have no idea when. No idea. I cannot talk today. You have no idea when. You're not sure yet. It might be 3 months, 6 months. It might be 6 years. You're not quite sure. Drop a number 2 if you want to go, but you're not sure when. Drop a number 1 if you're trying to get out of the US this year. I just want to kind of get a read and see like what everybody is feeling right now. And there is no right or wrong answer. Okay. I see mostly 1s. Okay. A lot of y'all trying to get up out of here soon. Okay. I do see a couple of 2s as well. So, okay. Yeah. I see a lot of y'all are like, let me get up out of here now. September 2026. I'm out this ish. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody's moving abroad journey is completely different. Please do not compare yourself to anybody else thinking that because you're leaving sooner or later, you are ahead or behind. It's divine timing, okay? It is divine timing. The first time I lived abroad was in 2019. I did not move abroad again until last year, okay? It took me almost 5 years to get back to this life. So please understand, I'm not judging you, okay? Your journey is your journey. I'm looking at e-visas for Vietnam. Please get that visa right for Vietnam because I went there last year and that was the one country I almost did not get into because I was not wise enough to apply for my visa in enough time, like ahead of time, I guess I should say. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into some of these 5 challenges because after this, I got to go get in the pool. Y'all feel me? Priorities. So number 1, and like I said earlier, whenever as I'm talking about these challenges, I'm calling them like challenges. But the reality is these are all things that you can move through. These are all things that you can overcome. I'm calling them that because these are literally the number 1 things that I hear from y'all. Okay. I'm going live. I'm posting. Y'all be in my comments. You be in my DMs. You be in my inbox. You be in my lives. These are the main things that I hear. So let's talk about it. The number 1, gonna sell my home and never look back. I'm here for it. Thank y'all for the hearts. The number 1 thing, the number 1 challenge in terms of moving abroad is your mindset. I'm pausing for a dramatic effect because somebody just knock on the door. No, that can't be what I heard. Listen, y'all, I'm a millennial. So like if you like knock on the door and I didn't get like I'm not expecting you. I'm like, I'm not home. And my husband is not here. I am so spoiled. I would never answer the door. Like my husband would be the one to go. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway. Now, if somebody knocks again, I will answer it. But also, what are you doing here? All right, let me stay focused. So number 1 is mindset, okay? And I have said over and over again, I will continue to preach. There are not enough people on these apps talking about mindset, whether we're talking about travel or living abroad. Like, so many people are ready to talk visas, they're ready to talk destinations, they're ready to talk how you're going to make money abroad, and all those things are important. But what I'm telling you is the number 1 thing is going to be your mindset. Because be honest, okay? Drop the word yes in the comments. If you've been wanting to move abroad, live abroad, whether it's been for 1 week, 1 year, 10 years, if you've been wanting to do this, but you've had some thoughts of self-doubt, can we all just be honest and put a yes in the comments? If you have considered moving out of the US, if you've seen other people who live abroad and you're like, oh my God, I would love to do that. But then our brain that wants to, keep us safe, our brain that loves to help us survive, but not necessarily thrive. Our brain is like, how the hell you go do that? How do you go do that? You can't do that just because she did that. What you mean? Well, of course she could move abroad. Look, she has this type of job where of course she could. She got money. Well, of course she could do this. Y'all, I know how that feels, okay? I know how it feels. Drop a yes in the comments if you know what it feels like to be seeing all these people on social media and it feel like everybody and a baby mama is out here living their best life except for you. When you feel like, how the hell is everybody else? Hello, MJ. How is everybody else figuring out how to do all of these things, and I'm just over here trying to fucking survive? How the hell do all these people have all this money to move abroad and I'm living check to check? Okay, I can drop my own yes in the comments, baby. I know how y'all feel. I have been there. This is one of the main reasons I like to go live, because honestly, I could care less about y'all going on my page and being like, oh, cool, a travel influencer. Oh, look, she moves abroad. Like, I honestly could not care less. What I care about is you getting on the flight. What I care about is you making the move out of the United States. You coming to the decision that, yes, this actually is right for me. Yes, I can do this. This is why I go live, to show you I am a real person who did not grow up rich. I didn't grow up with rich parents, okay? My mom was a college dropout. My dad did not even finish high school, okay? Did not even finish high school. I am first generation college, and college ain't even got shit to do with it if you really want me to go there. Okay. And I actually remember the first time, I think this was the first, oh wow, I think I'm having like a whole download right now. The first time, I don't know where my spiritual's at, but I think the first time I ever really, really thought about traveling abroad was whenever I was in college and I heard about studying abroad. And I'm not even kidding y'all. I looked at those prices and my brain was just straight up like, Bianca, walk away. This obviously ain't for you. Like, what? I think it was like $3,000-$4,000. Like, y'all, back then that felt like $30,000 to me. Okay. And no shade to anybody else's experience, but I mean, my college experience was a lot different than a lot of my other friends. My college experience was, I wasn't living on campus. Me and my sister were sharing an apartment, and I was working. I was working like 30 plus hours a week. So like for me, it wasn't like, oh, I just had to focus on school. Nah, sis, your girl had to work. Okay. I've been working since I was 14 years old, and really before that, if you count me working with my dad, but let's not take it there. Here is what I want you to realize. This is why we're talking about mindset. If you believe that moving abroad is too hard, then it is. If you believe that moving abroad is going to be too complicated for you to figure out, then it will be. Because if that's the energy and that's the mindset that you're putting out into the universe, that's the energy that you're going to get back. Because the universe is not like, oh, they think everything is so hard, let me make it easy for them. The universe is like, oh, okay, you're giving me all this energy of it's too hard, it's too expensive, I can't figure it out, my family won't support me. You're giving me all of this, I'm gonna give it right back to you. Here you go. So whenever we think about the move abroad mindset, you have to work through these limiting beliefs. We're human. We all have negative thoughts. Like, y'all, I am human. I have negative thoughts every single day. But you know what I do? I reframe them. Whenever a thought tries to pop up in my mind, like that's too much work, I'm like, I got time. If there's something I really want to do, and y'all, I'm not even kidding. What I'm literally doing right now, this is something that 2 days ago, I was like, this is too much work. I was like, you know what? I really want to start going live on multiple platforms because y'all know I'm a TikTok girly, okay? But I'm also on IG and I'm also on YouTube. And I was like, I really want to be able to go live and reach more people. I want more people. I want more of my people across all platforms to have this same access to me, not just TikTok. And my brain tried to be like, Bianca, that's too much. You're going to have 3 devices up. Are you serious? And guess what? Hey, TikTok on my cell phone. Hey, YouTube on my laptop. Hey, IG on my iPad. Making it happen. Making it happen right this second, okay? It does not matter if you have these negative thoughts. What matters is how you reframe them. What matters is deciding whenever those thoughts come up to cut them off quick. I know y'all know how to cut people off. Drop in one of the comments if you know how to cut people off. Where my air signs at? Where my air signs at? I know y'all know how to cut people off, okay? Have that same mentality whenever it comes to these limiting beliefs, because y'all, they're not going to stop. I'm not going to lie to you. They are not going to stop. I am in Mexico, sis. I'm in Mexico right now. And I still have self-doubt. Y'all, there's still so many things I want to do. And my brain is like, how you go do that? You ain't even got that many followers. What you mean? Look at the views on your last post. Y'all, our brains are meant to protect us. They are not meant to make us thrive. Okay. And you know what? Our brains, they have a place. Obviously, they have a lot of our brain. The brain has a lot of roles. Okay. I'm not saying we don't need it, but I'm saying like whenever it comes to your mindset, you got to start paying attention to your thoughts. You got to start paying attention to how long you stay attached to these thoughts. Okay. You got to start paying attention. I used to have a mentor. We're friends now. Her name is Rosalie. And she would always call it getting on the train, because the thoughts are going to come. The thoughts are going to come regardless. The question is, are you going to allow them to take you on the train, Or are you going to be like, I'm good, keep going? You can acknowledge it. You could be like, interesting thought, and then move on with your life. But how long are you going to attach? You all excited about living abroad. You're like, oh my God, I looked at Thailand and I loved it. I looked at Panama and I love it. Oh my God, I've been doing my research on Mexico. And then here go your brain. What's your family gonna say? How you even gonna make money out there? What if you don't like it? What you talking about move abroad? You wouldn't even speak Spanish. Your brain be ready. The brain be ready for all the reasons why you cannot create the life that you want to live. So that means you got to stay ready too. Just like the brain is ready to talk you down, you got to go in here. We got to start talking about the heart, okay? We got to start talking about our intuition. We got to start talking about our spirit, because that's how you live a life that you cannot wait to wake up to. Thank y'all for double tapping. That's how you live a life with no regrets. Y'all, these people out here getting to the end of their life with regrets. Regrets for all the things they didn't do. Oh my God, I wish I traveled more. I always wanted to do this and I didn't. Y'all, my biggest fear in life is getting to the end of my life and still having regrets. That's why I'm putting it all out on the table right now. I'm putting it all out here right now, because I have gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, you know what? I've already done all the regular shit that I was told that I was supposed to do. I'm like, you know what? I went to college. I got a good job. I was making the 6 figures. I got married. I had the house. I had all of these things. And I was like, I'm sorry. Is this supposed to be A plus B equals happiness? Come on. Come on. This is not a second life. Okay. Right. You do not get a second life. This is not a warm up. Even if you believe in reincarnation, that's still a whole other thing. Okay. Like, you get to do this one time. So you got to ask yourself, are you going out like a G? Because I'm telling you, and listen, everybody ain't gonna motivate themselves how I motivate myself. Because whenever I hear my brain trying to talk me down, I be like, Bianca, what you talking about? Ain't no bitch in your blood. What you talking about? What you talking about, sis? You want to do this? You make it happen. But I want y'all to understand, the woman who you see today, this is not the same woman 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. People are like, oh my God, Bianca, how are you so confident? Bianca, I wish I could do that, but I don't have your confidence. I'm like, do you know how I build my confidence? By choosing to move through fear. I have boosted my confidence because Mama hate raising no scary cat. Exactly. Boosting my confidence has come from stepping out of my comfort zone. Boosting my confidence has come from choosing faith over fear. Let me go to number 2, because I'm gonna be here all day. I'm already behind. I'm supposed to be getting off of this live right now. I'm starting a new one, and I'm not even on number 2. Come on, y'all. It's supposed to be holding me accountable. It's supposed to be holding me accountable to the list. Okay, number 2, moving abroad challenges. Hey, baby, how's your haircut? Good? What you eat? A pineapple? That sounds good. Can you lead them out? Thank you. Okay, my husband just got home, so I had to at least tell him, hey, for a second. I stopped telling people because they affected my mindset. Oh, period. Okay, so, and speaking of, let's talk about number 2. I'm gonna switch around number 3 and number 2. Let's talk about number 2, the second challenge. Family. Not everybody, and I'm glad it's not everybody. Thank y'all for the hearts. I'm glad it's not everybody, but drop the word yes in the comments if your family would be supportive of you moving abroad, and drop the word no if they would not. There is no shame. And and it might be like a mix. That's completely normal. Again, I just kind of like to get a read on the room. And I also like to show other people, like, you are not alone in this. Okay. Like, you are absolutely not alone in this. Damn. Oh, I was like, all I saw was no. I was like, nobody has a yes. I'm sorry. That's not funny. Thank you, Alyssa. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm just like, the way those no's came in, I was like, shit. Okay, well, see, y'all really were supposed to be here today. Okay, richpreneur. Okay, cool. Y'all really were supposed to be here today, because I'm here to tell y'all, this is your life. This is your life, okay? And I don't know your family. Thank you so much, Alyssa. I don't know your family. I don't know your friends. Thank you, Chris. But I am here to tell you that you have to ask yourself, what do you want out of your life? What kind of life do you want to wake up to? What country you're trying to be in whenever you wake up? Where do your values and your morals and because y'all, we cannot be out here living only for our family. I'm not saying that you can't love and support your family, but I'm saying you have to decide what's most important to you. Okay. And I mean, in family, and this is broad, right? Okay. This can be like, oh, I don't want to tell my parents because they are afraid. It can be my spouse is not supportive. This could be, oh, like I have a daughter and I don't want to take her out of school. This could be, oh, I have kids and I have no idea how I'm going to school them, right? Like family it can be a lot of different things. But what I'm here to tell y'all is where there is a will, there is a way. And it does not matter what you do in life, y'all. Somebody is not going to like it. And it hurts, y'all. I feel like this is the part a lot of people don't want to admit. It hurts when your family and friends don't love and support your decisions. It hurts when they don't have your back. It does not feel good. Nobody wants to be afraid to tell their family and friends something, right? You don't want to feel like you're going to deliver bad news. And especially when it's news that is so exciting for you, right? Like you want people to be as excited as you are, and it don't happen that way. It does not happen that way. I am currently in Merida. It don't happen that way all the time, I should say. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't happen that way. I was talking on here yesterday, y'all. I told my sister, we were in the nail salon getting our nails done. When I told her that me and my husband were moving abroad, she starts crying in the nail salon, like dead ass. We're like getting pedicures. She just starts like, shh. And so then I just start, shh. And so we're both in here just like, I'm like embarrassed as hell because I'm like, what's going on? And, from her, it wasn't even, there was nothing negative. There was nothing like her being a hater. It truly was like, oh my God, I'm losing a part of me because my sister is leaving the country. Okay. It might be different with your family, right? Your family might be like a lot of people in the United States. A lot of us were raised ignorant as hell in terms of travel in other countries. Okay. Like, y'all, my mom asked me if Vietnam was in Asia. Mama, what? Mama, what? But you know what? I remember for the first time I was about to travel abroad, I was traveling for work, and I remember being concerned about the language. So I was talking about being in the layover airport, and I was like, what am I going to do? My layover was in London. And I was like, what am I going to do? I don't speak the language. And the woman on the phone, she was like, it's London. They speak English. So I'm not judging because a lot of us were raised like this. Okay. Hey, Jackie. I will be on this live from another country next year, moving at the end of June. I've told a few people. Yeah, exactly. So that's the same thing that me and my husband did. We told our close family and friends. Everybody else found out on social media. Do y'all see this like vegetable over here? Babe, can you move that? I just keep seeing like this big brown vegetable in my peripheral. Okay, thank you. We probably need to cut that up soon, by the way. We gotta get some tahini. Maybe that store right there has some. That Six store. We can look for some there. What was I talking about? Family. Yeah. So, and again, not for everybody, but I just want y'all to know, for anybody who feels like that is a really big challenge, for anybody else who feels like I do want to move abroad, but it sucks to do this without my family's support. It sucks to do this when my parents think that it's too dangerous. It sucks to do this. And like, I'm having to drag my spouse because he's not supportive. Like, y'all, like I get it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be talking about, oh yeah, let me go to the remedy. Hold on. Me and my mom working on our journey. Yeah. So let's move abroad. My challenges is how will I support myself? We're going to talk about that. That's number 4. Or they start spewing their fears. Mexico is dangerous. Yeah. Child. Don't even get me started on that. Family plays the guilt card. Yep. I know. Y'all, I've gotten through all of this. Our parents would love if we were in the U.S. settling down, having babies right now. They would love it, but we not. We in Mexico, so there's that. You get to do this life one time. You better do it the way you want to do it. You better do it the way you want to do it. By the way, y'all, I completely forgot to mention my Move Abroad bundle is still in my bio. It's coming out at the end of the week, y'all. So make sure y'all take advantage. Y'all can use the promo code ABROAD2025 to take off an additional 50%. What's today? Thursday? Damn, the end of the week is like tomorrow, I guess, or at least Saturday. But yeah, for anybody who's interested in moving abroad, if you want more guidance, if you need more help, if you were trying to figure out how you're going to choose your country, like which is going to be the best place for you, how you're going to make money, how to move with kids, how to move with pets, health insurance, documents you need, all of that stuff, it's all in my Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio. Where can 50 plus go to be comfortable in retirement? Anywhere. There's 50 plus people all over the world. I do actually have an article in the Move Abroad bundle where it's like the top places for people to retire. I mean, like Mexico, Thailand, Panama, Costa Rica. Honestly, like you have a lot of options. Like y'all, moving abroad, and if you're older, if you're younger, if you have kids, if you have pets, like y'all, these, I hate to break it to y'all, but it's not a unique situation. Okay, it's not. Like we gotta think bigger. Okay, I do feel you though. I would just probably focus on looking at like a town or area that's a little bit more slower pace if that's what you're looking for. What are you doing about Portugal for American expats? I've never been. I've heard great things. Expatsy actually does. Expatsy is a company that helps people move abroad. I partner with them. I have information about Expatsy at the link in my bio. They actually do scouting trips to Portugal, and they have a few coming up, so I would look into them. But I personally have never been to Portugal. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Okay, so let's talk about the remedy or that like how to overcome, right? So as far as like your family, so things that I recommend. Number one, you tell only who you need to tell, okay? You delay telling them. If you're not moving abroad until next October, what you gotta tell them right now for? What you gotta tell them right now for? For what? Where do you think is best for African Americans? Anywhere that's not the US. What about Thailand? What about it? I love Thailand. What's your question about it? Thailand is one of my favorite countries. So, and I actually have a video pinned on my page right now for best countries for Black people. I'm air quoting best because there's no such thing as best, but I get the question all the time, so I get it. Okay, so your family, Costa Rica, yes, I love Costa Rica as well. So, as far as your family, thank you so much, Alyssa. Bianca for president, absolutely not. I don't even Bianca for president. Bianca doesn't even do coaching and consulting. And you think Bianca wants to run a country? In no way, shape, or form. But I appreciate the love, Chris. Still gonna wait till I'm on a plane to tell them. I don't blame you. But yeah, you can delay it, right? Hey Sandy, you can delay it. You don't have to tell them immediately. Only tell the people who you absolutely need to tell. Set boundaries before you have the conversation, right? You know your family better than I do, but it can make a big difference to just say something simple like, hey, I have some news and I would appreciate if we can just keep this conversation positive. Hey, I'm going to talk to you about something. You may not agree and that's okay. But just so you know, my mind is made up, right? Like you can set your boundaries before you go into this, or you cannot tell them. I mean, that's an option too. Okay. All right. Number three, challenges or moving abroad challenges. Number 3, choosing your country. Okay. Listen, choosing your country. The amount of people who I hear, I want to move abroad, but I don't know where to go. I can't decide between this place and this place. This is not a real problem. Let me just first put this out here. You don't have a problem. That's a really great, matter of fact, that's a really great problem to have. That, oh, I don't know which country I want to move to. What a blessed life you out here living, okay? It's not a real problem. It is procrastination. So let's talk about it. In terms of like choosing the country that is best for you. First of all, I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news a little bit here, okay? It don't matter which country, city, town that you pick. There are going to be things that you love about it, and there are going to be things that you don't love about it. I don't know. I've traveled to 24 countries, and I promise you, I can find something to complain about, and I can find something that I love. And that's just countries. We didn't even talk about cities. Because there's multiple countries where I've been to different cities in that country. And I'm telling you, nothing is perfect. I'm in Merida right now, but I'm a nomad, so I move around. I mean, I'm in Mexico, which is Merida, but I'm in Mexico right now. Y'all, pick a place and go. Because your first place does not need to be your forever place. One of the most beautiful things about moving abroad is that once you move out of the US, you're like, I can do this. I can go anywhere. Oh, I'm in Mexico now. I can go to Thailand in a couple months. I can go to Panama tomorrow. Next year, we can try out Portugal. I think we're gonna go spend a couple weeks in Costa Rica and see how we like it. Like, do y'all see? Do y'all see what I mean? Y'all know, number one, we talked about mindset. Y'all, I like the idea of Albania. No need for a visa. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another great option. Like going to a place where you can stay on like a regular tourist visa for, I would say probably at least like 6 months, 3 absolute minimum. Because I mean, if 3 months is already kind of short, so like if you're doing anything shorter than that, then maybe you don't want to like move around. But yeah, if you are torn about which country to move to, pick one. Just pick one and go. And then know that once you go there, if you don't love it for whatever reason, you can go somewhere else. Another thing I recommend is, I'm not saying you don't have to do it like, how me and my husband, oh shit, I didn't realize I missed these comments. I'm sorry. Hey, Yvette, I like YouTube better. When moving to foreign countries, do you advise Americans to contact the American embassy or foreign embassies in terms of submitting paperwork? I think honestly, it depends. Like, I personally don't advise them to, but some people feel a lot more comfortable doing that. I know I was watching this girl's video the other day, and she was saying that because like she just did not want to have to deal with like putting all her time towards doing all that stuff on her own, they ended up hiring like an immigration lawyer. So I would say there are certain things that you are going to just like have to do, right? You might have to reach out to like a consulate somewhere else, but it really depends on, do you want to spend time? Do you want to spend money? Like, it depends. But I personally, I don't like advise that automatically. I have seen Black Americans move to some European countries first. After 1 year or so, they move to the African continent. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, y'all, different strokes for different folks, for sure. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure. How are you on live and reading comments? Because TikTok is on my cell phone, YouTube is on my laptop, and Instagram is on my iPad. Because I'm a boss. Thank you, Alyssa. Been spending too much time deciding between Thailand and Mexico, but you just checked me. Listen, y'all, your first place doesn't have to be your forever place. So, and oh yeah, let me go back to the like how to overcome this. So you have options, okay? So you can, if you are so torn about different places, you can be a nomad for a bit, right? You can decide, hey, I'm going to go live in this country for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. And then I'm going to go here. Or like I have a friend, I'm not even going to talk about her. Let me talk about Jen. Jen is the co-founder of Expatsy, a company that helps Americans move abroad, U.S. citizens move abroad. And like for her and her husband, they're here in Merida, but like they specifically planned to travel to other countries that they were curious about while having their home base here in Merida, Mexico. Oh my God, you're moving to Nicaragua? That's dope. I don't know anybody who's moved there. But yeah, so that's an option as well. You can decide to go somewhere and stay there for a short period of time to see how you like it. You could pick a place and stay there for like a year. And then while you are there, you can go travel to other places, or you can just or you can just be decisive. And you could be like, you know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, done. I'm going to Thailand. And you go to Thailand. And if you don't like it, you leave. But we don't like it to be that simple. Okay. We don't like it when things are simple. We want things to be complicated. I get it. I'm queen overthinker. I get it. Drop a number 1 in the comments if overthinking is a toxic trait of yours. Okay. I ain't judging because I'll be right there with you. But for real, y'all, these are the kind of things I'm telling you. Please do not let this stuff hold you back. Okay. All the ones. I'm weak. I would hardly recommend visiting for a month. I mean, it depends on who you ask. To be very honest with you, I have about 15 minutes till I have therapy, but I must watch this live. It's a lot. Lavender, I'm screaming. I have a PhD in overthinking. I'm not going to play with y'all. Minimum, how much does a person need in hand to move? Serenity, the answer depends. There's so many things to take into account. But I have a whole video where I walk through money abroad, how much money you need to move abroad. I have a video on my page, and I have a longer video in the bundle. For those of you who joined a little bit late, my Move Abroad bundle is still on sale, but it's coming out of my bio soon. So grab it if you want it while you can still get it for 50% off with that promo code abroad 2025. It's at the link in my bio in my Stan Store. Okay, number 4, because I got to get off of here. I'm supposed to be in the pool in 8 minutes. All right. That's okay, because I know myself so well that I always give myself like, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I just told my husband the other day, I was like, I've just learned to lie to myself about time. Like if I just always give myself like a 30-minute buffer. I'm like, if you know your hard stop is at 2, I'm like, tell yourself 2, but in the back of your mind, you know, if it's 2:30, it's fine. Okay. You on live? Okay. Enjoy. Okay. Okay, let me keep going. Okay, number 4. Let's talk about money. This is the number 1 question I get. I'm a travel creator, and the number 1 question I get is not, what's your favorite country? What do you recommend for solo travelers? What country is the best for this? The number 1 question I get is, how do you afford to travel? Number 1, my top selling product is my cash flow come up checklist, which is a 20-something. I don't even know. It's thorough. It's a 28 page guide. It's a PDF. And I go through so many different ways for you to start making more money, whether you want to travel or not. But if you don't want to travel, I don't know why you're here, because anyway. But in my cash flow come up checklist, I go through so many different ways that you can learn how to make more money. I go through the top 3 streams of income that everybody should have. Okay, notice I said 3, okay? 3, because one stream of income in 2025 is ludicrous. One stream of income, the way inflation is inflationing, is ludicrous. One stream of income at the rate that the United States is going, one stream of income depending on a job, the way these jobs are dropping people like hot tamales, okay. Y'all better get your money up. Stop talking about how you don't got enough money and start making more money. Stop talking about how you can't afford it and start asking yourself, how can I afford it? Stop talking about how it's too much money and start asking yourself, how can I get this money? It's hard to get a brick and mortar jobs in a foreign country. Then don't get a brick and mortar job in a foreign country. Do something else. That's what I'm talking about. You're talking about it's hard. I'm like, y'all, I'm never going to try to convince y'all of anything. If you think moving abroad is too hard for you, then it is. If you think that making money online is too hard, then it is. Okay. I'm saying so remote working is great. Yeah, Michael's. Yeah, sorry. I didn't see the I saw the period, so I thought you were saying that. But yeah, I am team location independent income. Okay. Like the days of me being tied to a physical location for money are long gone. And let me be very clear. I understand that not everybody can do that. If you are a surgeon, I don't expect you to just be like, oh, let me go get a remote job, right? But at the end of the day, what did I say earlier? Living abroad ain't for everybody. Okay. Maybe if you are a surgeon, maybe you can be like, I'm going to open up my own practice and I'm only going to do surgeries for X amount of months out of the year. I don't know. You got to figure it out for you. But what I'm here to tell y'all is there's too many ways that you can make money for you to be out here depending only on a job for income. There are too many ways that you can make money from your cell phone, from whatever app you watching me on right now, IG, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Rednote, what else we got out there? Threads. Y'all stop playing. There's so much money to be made, and social media is just one option, okay? Social media is just one option, okay? You don't even have to be on social media. This is why I created the cash flow come up checklist, because so many people were like, damn, Bianca, you always got a side hustle. Damn, Bianca, you always got money coming in from here. Y'all, I have 10 different streams of income. Now, my top 2 earners are digital products and affiliate marketing. I got hella videos about this on my page. And I show you how to do digital marketing or digital products and affiliate marketing. All of this is in my cash flow come up checklist, which is also at the link in my bio. For those of y'all who are for real about making more money in 2025 and you feel like you just do not know where to start, you can get the cash flow come up checklist. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5, last but not least, let me get some water before this one. Damn, I'm almost out of water. When half the people in the U.S. are not paid a living wage, that's why we gotta learn to make money for ourselves. That's why we have to learn to make money for ourselves, y'all. We gotta stop depending on all these other people. You gotta stop depending on all these other people to make money. You out here making all these other people rich while you struggling. You out here getting 0.5% of what the CEO is getting. Y'all, there's too many ways that you can make money. You can figure out what works for you. You get to figure out what works for you. You get to take your time. Go throw some spaghetti at the wall. Have fun with it. There's so many things you can do, okay? If you don't want to get the cash flow come up checklist, don't get it. Get your ass on YouTube. Get your ass on TikTok. Get in that search bar. You can listen. I tell people all the time, you can spend time or you can spend money. I've done both. You can spend time doing, you're redoing the research. You can get the cash flow come up checklist. I've done the research for you. Either way, take action if you are serious about learning how to make more money. Because I'm telling y'all, waking up and seeing that you made money, I can't find the ebook for relocation. Serenity, if you go to the link in my bio, it's called the Move Abroad Bundle. It's actually the first one in the bio. And it says use promo code abroad 2025 for the 50% off. Y'all, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. It happens. And listen, I don't want y'all to stop commenting because that's what I'm here for, to be a resource. But just know I will often lose my train of thought. I understand that Black Americans express reservations about moving abroad because some foreign countries are more racist than America. That's not my experience. My advice is to just go. Like, what? I ain't never heard of a country that's more prejudiced to Black people than the United States. Like, if you're that scared, then, go where the Black people at. Places like, matter of fact, they don't even make no sense because if you think about it, I mean, I can't even get on this topic right now. I can't. I have a video. I know you're watching on YouTube. Actually, I think it's on my YouTube video. I have a couple YouTube videos. Go look on the playlist. Living abroad. I have videos on countries for Black Americans. I would start there. No problem, Serenity. Let me know if you can't find it. So, yes, location dependent income. Y'all learn how to make money from anywhere. That's what I was talking about. Y'all waking up and seeing that you made money in your sleep. Being on the beach somewhere, whether you're living abroad or on vacation, and seeing these payment notifications come through, getting paid for multiple income streams. Y'all, I'm telling you, I grew up Black and broke in the U.S. Never thought it would be me. Never thought it would be. Didn't even know making money in your sleep is priceless. Okay. Y'all, I'm not doing anything y'all can't do. There's nothing. There's nothing special about me. I was born and raised in North Carolina in a town that didn't even have a fucking Chipotle. The reason you see the woman who you see today is because I was willing to get out of my comfort zone and I was willing to do something different. And that moves me on to number 5, fear. Y'all, don't be scared. Don't be scared. No, I'm just playing. It's okay to be scared. That's fine. It's okay to have fear. It's okay to have doubt. It's okay to be like, I have no idea how I'm going to figure this out. What's not okay is allowing those feelings to stop you from living the best version of your life that you continue to fantasize about. The life where you keep saving all these videos on social media because you see all these other people doing it. Fear is the number one reason people want to step out of their comfort zone. Exactly. And it's the number one reason why. Where you from? I'm in New Bern. Child, you might be my cousin because my dad's from New Bern. I'm from Wilmington. But my dad is from New Bern and my mom is from this like super small town in South Carolina called Kingstree. And that's why I'm be trying to hear the excuses. I'm like, you ain't got it all figured out. Okay. Any tips from putting yourself out there on social media? Yes, Lavender, put yourself out there. There's nothing that's going to help you get over anything other than just doing it. These people online, like, who cares? Listen, I love y'all. I don't give a damn what you think of me. I don't. Because at the end of the day, you volunteered to be here. People be coming to my lives talking shit. I'm like, you are real sad and bored to voluntarily come into somebody else's live and hate. Like, that blows me, baby. Like, you came in here to be a hater? I mean, okay, thank you for the engagement, but that's weird. Haters gonna hate. Show up anyway. Show up anyway, okay? Don't worry about it. You're not blowing up my comments. It's all good. It is all good. Y'all, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's okay to feel scared. It's not like me and my husband have had everything figured out. We still don't have everything figured out. Y'all, we were not even planning to be in Mexico this year. We've been here since February. There's multiple countries we thought we were going to go to. Didn't go to none of them. Weren't I'm not going to say supposed to. Weren't planning to go to Panama or Colombia last year. Went to both. Okay, like, things change. We have a plan in our minds. And that's part of the reason why a lot of times, like, I don't even be telling people where we going no more. People be like, where you going next? I'd be like, we'll see. Because I'm at a point where, like, I've just had to release control. I've had to release the reins and realize, like, this shit is unfolding how it's unfolding. Bye, Anastasia. Good to see you again. Y'all, it's going to unfold the way it unfolds. But how are you going to know? Like, one thing that I've started doing whenever I catch myself, like, in a decision type situation where I'm like, I don't know what to pick, I don't know what to do, I'd be like, Bianca, would you regret doing it or would you regret not doing it? So you got to ask yourself. I'm conquering my fear and getting my passport on the 23rd. Let's go. Y'all, if y'all ain't got y'all passports, the time to do that is yesterday. The time to do that is yesterday. How do we support ourselves? Charles, you missed that. That was number 4, baby. That was number 4. There are plenty of ways to support yourself. You can get a remote job. You can freelance. You can have, like, some kind of, like, passive income, like, you know, Airbnb, or, I mean, Airbnb is not exactly passive, but, like, what's the word? Like, some kind of, like, real estate income or something like that. You could teach English abroad. You can start your own business. There's so many ways to make money. And if y'all want more, get my cash flow come up checklist at the link in my bio. As a matter of fact, I'm about to run a live special for y'all real quick. What time is it? I'm about to get off here for real. I'm about to run a live special for y'all real quick. So for anybody who gets the Move Abroad bundle in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to give you my cash flow come up checklist for free. So for those of you who've been worried about the money, for those of you who have been talking about the money, I don't know how I'm going to make money. What do I even do? How can somebody like me make money? Do I need a degree? No, you do not. Do I need experience? No, you do not. There's people out here making thousands of dollars a day from their phone with zero experience. People out, you are twice as qualified as people out here making twice as much as you are in a day, in a week, in a month. The only difference is they were willing to try. The only difference is they were willing to get out of their comfort zone. Y'all better stop playing around with your life. You got one time to do this. You get one time to do this. All right. Let me bring it back. If y'all want the bonus, go grab it. The Move Abroad bundle is at the link in my bio. Like I said, for anybody who gets it, it's 206 here. By like 208, I'll say between like 205 and 208, I'm going to send you the cash flow come up checklist as a live bonus for being an action taker, for being for real, for deciding that in the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, your life is going to look different, for deciding that you're not going to be in the same place you were next year that you are right now, because baby, we about to be in May. It's April 17th. More than April is already gone. Okay. What y'all go do? Time is not waiting. Time is not waiting. So if you're for real, grab the Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio. Don't forget the promo code ABROAD2025. Philip, the host of African Diaspora, wants his brothers to move to the African continent. Bianca, did you know her to think about moving or traveling to African continents? Yeah, we did. We've had 3 different times we were going to go to Africa, and it still has not happened. I mean, I've been to Africa. My husband is from Africa, so we've both been there. But yeah, it's on our list for sure. Africa is a lot, not all parts of Africa, but a lot of parts of Africa are a lot more expensive and they're not as easy. It's not as easy to travel through, unfortunately. It's pretty obvious that Africa is the continent that has been shat on the most over the years. So in terms of things like, economy and infrastructure and just like how easy it is to move around, like unfortunately, whenever it comes to travel, it's not as easy. Yeah, we were supposed to go to Kenya last year too, or we were planning to go to Kenya last year. I am not familiar with Philip Scott. What part of Africa have you been to? I've been to Egypt, and my husband is from Sierra Leone, and he's also been to Guinea. All right, so I'm like, where am I? Oh yeah, that was the last one. Yeah, so the last one was fear, y'all. Number one, mindset. Get your mindset right. Number two, family. I know you love them, but sometimes they're not going to be your most supportive people, and that just is what it is. Okay. Number three, choosing your country. Stop allowing this procrastination to stop you from moving abroad. Pick a place and go there. And if you don't like it, leave. It literally gets to be that simple. Number four, location independent income. Okay. Y'all got less than a minute for anybody who wants to get the live bonus for the cash flow come up checklist at the link in my bio. So you can get the cash flow come up checklist on your own, like on its own. But if you also want to learn how to move abroad, you can get the move abroad bundle and then get the cash flow guide as a bonus. And then number five is fear. Y'all, choose faith over fear and take the leap, because otherwise you're going to be out here living with regrets. All right, y'all, I got to get up off here. I actually have a whole other live to do on it's not a completely different topic, but it's a little different. So I'm about to get off of here, but thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you for the follow. Yes, please make sure y'all follow me if y'all want more. Thank you for those of you who got the bundle. Thank you for your business. I'm going to send you your live bonus. Give me like 30 minutes. Let me get off. Let me do my other live, and then I'll get off of here, and then I will send over those bonuses. So why do you think Americans, including Black Americans, are uncomfortable and fearful of traveling to Africa? Because of the media and because of ignorance. Because, I mean, it's not just Africa. People are afraid to travel to Mexico. So I see this is the thing about being live on multiple platforms. I got all these things, different things going on. But no, thank y'all again for joining. I will catch y'all next time. And yeah, see y'all later.